Hi guys, it's Elsa here from Time to Invest. I'm just bringing a new update about the Deutsche Bank. As you can see on the screen, the Deutsche Bank share just presented itself on Friday. This is Friday afternoon on the closing at 5:35 p.m. In Europe. Um, the Deutsche Bank closed at 13.99 euros. That's really, really, really bad. Um, as you can see, things aren't changing. They still proceeding into a major collapse, which the media is not saying much about it. A few people on YouTube are commenting about it. And last time I saw it was 15 something, now it's 14. Um, I don't think this bank can ever go back to normal, to what it used to be. Um, I'll just show you another different chart, just so you have an idea of what's happening in here. So this chart here, I just brought up to show you, is the Deutsche Bank, the new Lehman Brothers. So this chart is just showing you exactly the same routes, that the same uh, walk path that the Lehman Brothers took before the collapse. As you can see on the top there, this chart is from 2008. This is the Lehman Brothers chart. And then what did they do? Is they just presented the Deutsche Bank chart on top of it and comparing the same similarity, as you can see here. Now, this is 7 years later. This is 2008. So this is nearly 8 years later. And as you can see, the chart of the Deutsche Bank, it's followed the same way as the Lehman Brothers before the collapse. So we're sitting right here where you see the arrow is where we're sitting at the moment. And back then, the Lehman Brothers was higher in value. Actually, it was 14.55, the Lehman Brothers, in value. So today we're talking about 13. We go back and see what the Deutsche Bank is showing there. It's 13.99 in share value. Um, it's really, really, really bad, this bank. Um, so I'll go back to that chart again. As you can see there, after that, the Lehman Brothers just boom, it just fall. And it fall on September, sometime in September 2008. Um, and then all the incidents that happened. So I've been following this bank for quite some time now, and as you can see, they're not really doing well, and there's a lot to say about it, really. Um, there's a lot to talk about this bank. Other insiders have actually predict that some big event is may come in this month. They're expecting some big event happen in the end of March, beginning of April. Well, today is April the 14th. Sorry, 8. It's April the 11th in Australia. So things are getting very, very grippy here, and it's not really, it doesn't really look that good at all. So now my question to you is, will the Dutch bank survive? Will they really survive what's happening, what's coming? Would they really, can they really go back to the normal the value, share value that they were once before? um, I don't really think so. April, so we're talking sometime in September, we're going to see a lot of disturbance with this bank, because this bank is going to go, and it's going slowly. No one is talking about it. And as you can see, this chart here, this is a different chart here. Um, this chart is a different chart, and as they can all see, this is the problem. You can see the problem there and see the gap there, and that's what it used to be, and that's where they are now, right in the bottom here. From a couple of years or a year before, they used to be up there, and now they're here. This is a big problem. And we just had the Greece problem as well. As you remember, when Greece was in debt for about $300 billion, and they were having all the talks about bail out Greece and take Greece out of misery, and and they didn't want to give them the freedom. They wanted to get out of the euro, and you probably remember those talks about Greece a year, maybe 2013. So you should remember that anyway. It isn't so long ago. And so what happened to all those debts of Greece debts? No one is talking about it anymore. What happened to that? I mean, did the Deutsche Bank had actually consumed all that debt? Is that why they're not doing well? Um, let's see. Uh, could that be possible that the Greece debt is obviously weighing out on the Deutsche Bank of Germany? It could be possible. No one is really saying anything about it. It's very, very secret. People aren't talking about it. But the reality shows on the charts here. The charts don't lie. And when you look at those charts, you can see that um, what's happening in ECB, Euro system. You can see the difference in there. So when we're looking at the green shows July 2015 was 3,500. The ECB Euro system was 3,500 of borrowing and stuff. And 2016 is 2,300. Um, the IMF, the IMF was somewhere $800 at beginning at start, and December 2016, it's forecast to be 300. So where did all the debt go? I don't, no one knows where all the debt has gone to. All this talks about it, but where did all the debt go? I don't know. Um, just wanted to just clear up a few months. One thing is for certain is that this bank is falling. Is going to crash. Or is already crashing. It's just crashing actually as we speak. The bank is crashing. So, but it's just not, you know, um, public saying, it's not open in the media, but it's crashing as we speak. And they're just keeping things quiet because if they open them up and they say, oh, this bank is in real um, problem and da 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 da, it just accelerate the events, which Bo Palmy actually predict that things like that has to happen because that's how events will happen, and that's how it's going to. This could actually be the reason why gold is going to top really really quickly sometime this year. This could be the trigger for the gold um, to really top. I believe that could be the reason. Um, so the Dutch Bank, as you can all see, it's. I'll show you just a quick run up of what other people are saying here on my video. I'll just quickly show you um, what other people are saying. Because if you don't look into this kind of thing, you don't believe, it just happened and it'll be right on your face when it collapses. You just, yeah, it'll be right in your face and there's nothing you can do. As you can see, this documentary here actually, I won't run it for too long, but it just tells you exactly.
Order! You are an encourage.
It tells you exactly what's going on, and what the people are covering up, you know what I mean? I'll just let the ad runs out and then you can see what they're talking about here.
Bad day for the markets. The FTSE hit its lowest level since the summer of 2012. Around £100 billion has been wiped off the value of shares since the start of February. At the eye of the storm is Deutsche Bank. Its shares have slumped by 14% over the last 2 days, despite its attempts to reassure investors. A one-off or a canary in the coal mine for wider financial woes? Joining us now, our economics editor, Paul Mason. How do we make sense of this roller coaster?
Well, the markets carry on sliding. The